Here we are, day number, let's see, 8. This is day number 8 tapping. 8 or 10? 8. Anyways, I think we're probably about 8,000 today too. It's been an okay 8-9 days. We've dealt with some ice and rain and other stuff that's not been fun. You know, dealing with ice in the lines, really not fun. But we made up for it with long days in the woods. I've been out here 9 and 10 hour days just struggling along. I got 2 coats on today. Big heavy like snowmobile jacket, then a lighter jacket, and then 3 shirts on and a hoodie. Big winter type gloves. We're on the eve of tomorrow. The high is like 0. So yeah, that's fun. It's January 9th. So you know, if we had all our taps in by the end of the month, that'd be something, I guess. It'd be pretty good. You know, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know if today's a win or a fail. It's just a day. Just kind of a good view here. You can see in the background across the Green Mountains. And I'll tell you, if you don't have a pair of yellow glasses, yellow lens tint glasses, you know, like a shooting glass or whatever, it makes a huge difference as far as visibility and, you know, being able to see and just clarity when there's some snow and light. You know, light is messing with your eyes or whatever from the snow and the glare. The yellow just pulls that out, and especially on a day like today when the clouds are out and it's not very good light anyways. Just being able to see better. Anytime you can see better, you know. But yeah, so here we go. You know, I haven't had snowshoes on yet, and so the going's good. That's why I'm putting in the long days. It's kind of easier on just regular boots and snowshoes. Don't have the vacuum on yet. Has not warranted it. Have not seen a drop of sap. Trees are frozen now, so yeah, I just keep on keeping on. All right, here we are in the woods tapping again. Today I think is day 10 or 11. We're definitely getting things done. Just thought I'd do a little video on how I do it, how my setup works and all that, and I'm sure everybody has an opinion and everybody is going to have a comment about something or whatever. One of the number one things I wear is my safety glasses. They're actually, as I talked about before, a yellow lens, you know, light enhancing glass. I like them a lot, really helps. So when you're drilling above your head, because we don't have any snow this year, so we got to go up a little bit, it's nice to not get wood chips in your eyes. So I start out, oh, by the way, we're using a blue 1964 H2O blue spout, single barb. It's a long barb. Cannot push that on there with your hands. We got an H2O blue flex tubing. So I start it like that. I have a pruno tool, clamp one side, push it in, okay? Now because I'm talking to you, I'm not looking at the tree. But usually when I'm doing that, I'm searching the tree at the same time. And we'll get to that in just a second. But so right now, I'm looking for a good spot to drill. We want to look for some conducive wood. Now you sugar makers out there know what that conducive wood is, but just real quick, we want white wood. So when we drill a hole, we want to see white chips come out. Most of these trees in this lot we're in have been drilled for 20 or 21 years, 22 years. There's a few holes to deal with. I've been doing this a long time, so I'm not using any particular way to measure. I'm not using my fist or anything like that. You know, I know go over 2-3 inches, set down a little bit so we can find that conducive pocket. So then, as you see, I just pulled my drill right off my center. That's where I like to have it. It's nice and safe. Grab that. Try to keep 2 hands on it at all times. If you're a professional sugar maker, I know you drill holes with 1 hand, because I do it too. When you got to get in that spot that's way up here, it's going in 1 hand. But if you've done it a million times like a lot of us professionals have, it doesn't wee wobble and all that stuff around. So, but anyways, I do like to hold it like this. These drill bits have marks on them for 1.5 and 2 inch from H2O. So you can see that when it's spinning. That's kind of nice. So I had this already in my hand, so it's ready to go. And you hear that kind of stop. And probably you're seeing my hammer and saying, wow, that's a nail hammer. What are you doing with a nail hammer? I'll tell you what I'm doing with a nail hammer. It's a 16-ounce hammer, fiberglass handle, so your hand doesn't get cold. This end, I kind of sharpen a little bit. So if I do have to chop through a tree or something, when I'm out there, just, you know, a little tree that's in the way on top of a line or something, I can kind of chisel through that. I can also chisel the bark easy. I know a lot of people use aluminum hammers with plastic heads and all that. That's fine, do whatever you want. But when you get upwards of thousands and thousands of taps in the woods, you want to make sure that baby's set in there. Now, obviously there's a fine line. I could, if I wanted to, pound that thing in there until the base of that spout was all the way to that tree if I wanted to. But again, I've done this enough. I know where it needs to be. So, you know, about 3 hits, maybe 3.5 hits until the hammer bounces, you're good to go. So, just gonna have the cameraman follow me and just watch me kind of the way that I do it. Because I kind of keep track of my taps when I'm tapping, like how many can I put in per hour, per day or whatever. Now obviously, with the amount of taps per each acre, each woods, or any damage, that all depends. But I've been keeping track for the last 11 years how many spouts I put in per hour, and different spouts, different speeds. It's just good to know some of that stuff when you have thousands of taps and no help, you know what I mean? It's just myself and my brother, so you know, it's good to be as efficient as you can, because nowadays with the cost of everything, we need to be efficient with our money and our time, as I've talked about in many of my videos. Now right this minute, I'm tapping the end trees, working my way up this line on the ends. I'm tapping this by myself, this section by myself. Just got my cameraman here, and different color spout. This is a smorgasbord bag. I'm trying to get rid of some spouts that I had left over. But anyway, so I'm going up the enders. Some of these are kind of long. If you turn the camera that way. This is probably 100 feet or better back to the main line right in this little section. It's kind of triangular shaped. So I find it easier to tap things like this sometimes to just do the ends or next to the main line, whichever, and then spin around and come back down through. Then my chances of missing one are a lot less that way too. So you see how I hooked that, and on my way down I grabbed my hammer. Now everybody does it different. I'm not saying my way is the best at all. But this bit is pretty important, right? They're expensive, $20 a piece. It's one of the most important pieces of the puzzle, and the reason why you're out here is to drill a hole. I don't want that bit getting banged. I know a lot of guys put them down here, and I've done that in the past, and I usually find that I hit my hammer with my bit. And this is like the safest for me. If I'm walking or whatever, I can hold it, you know, hold on to it. If I go down or whatever, it's right here. I don't have to worry about it poking me in the face or whatever. But it's, you know, to each your own on that one. Whatever's comfortable. But I've been doing it this way it took me a while to develop this setup. Both myself and my brother are doing it this way, and we both like it pretty good. So again, we want to make sure that spout, that drop is pushed up on that, up over that barb. That's important. And then, you know, again, like I said, these trees have been drilled, so we have to look for a decent spot here. We're starting to get into the evening, so we're wrapping this line up here shortly. So far, so good. Going's been good this year. I guess we got a snowstorm coming next week. So I'm trying to really rally this week and get some in. We're going, you know, first light to sundown, basically. 50 spouts in. Boom, put that on. And I'm looking. And there's an old hole, probably 2 years ago. Right there. All right, I gotta keep moving, so cameraman's gonna help me. See you soon.